Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. Today, we got a marathon by Lee, and we just had an amazing day yesterday. Lee was here in the studio. As you will see, we're going to be releasing a couple of videos with Lee joining in on the fun. And boy, we had a lot of fun. A lot of bloopers. A lot of we listened to a lot of music. I don't want to spoil anything, but you will see some really cool bands, some really different takes, and nice, really deep cuts, and we just had a blast. So I guess I'm gonna release this around the same time that you will see, Lee's and mine's, Lee and me, and then Lee and Alexia, and then us three together. I'll be releasing those in the next coming days, and we had a lot of fun, man, to have him in the studio. And he knows his stuff, he knows his prog, and I showed him some prog. He showed me some prog. We listened to some different music, and it was just a lot of fun. But here is his marathon that he sponsored, and this is going to be a good one here. There wasn't any kind of direction here that he just supplied me with the songs, which is also a lot of fun. So I'm gonna make the introduction a little bit shorter. I'm just checking really quickly if there was anything that he wrote. I don't think so. He sent me literally the list, and that's it. And I have it right here. So we're going to start it off with The Crazy World of Arthur Brown, Child of My Kingdom, and from the album The Crazy World of Arthur Brown. And I'm sure I've reacted to some of this. This is from 2010. And then the second one is the band The Nice, Flower King of Flies. This is called The Thoughts of Emeraldist Daftjack. That's the title of the album. The Thoughts of Emeraldist Daftjack from 1967. Wow, nice. Then we get into the good stuff here. I mean, I'm sure this is good, but that I know. Some ELP we're going to do. Oh, wow. We're going to do Brain Salad Surgery. Okay. Let's see. Works 2. Isn't there an album called Brain Salad Surgery? Let's see. I'm sure there is. Brain Salad Surgery. Yeah. Okay. And then there's a song. Oh, okay. So I'm doing a longer one. So I've done Brain Salad Surgery, but the 2 minutes and 22. This is a 3-minute version. If it's the same, hey, I'm sure it's a different version. Otherwise, you wouldn't have sent it to me. So we're going to do that from Works Volume 2, ELP, 1977. All right. I'm ready for it. And then this is ELP, The Three Fates. This is a longer one. This is almost an 8-minute track. This is The Three Fates. One is Clotho, and then Lachesis, and then Atropos. All right. I'm so ready for ELP now, And then we're gonna do some Steven Wilson. Steven Wilson. I'm always available for Steven Wilson. This is called The Birthday Party, and this is called Drive Home. Now, we're also going to do very, very soon a birthday marathon for Lee. So we're already celebrating the birthday party with this marathon, but the actual birthday marathon, that's going to be a separate video from this. All right, so here we go with The Crazy World of Arthur Brown, Child of My Kingdom. Here we go. Let's see if it's as crazy as the stuff that I was playing you the other day. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's crazier. All right, here we go. Child of My Kingdom.
People watching from high places with their minds on a
this cover. I've done this before. This band.
The hand that wipes tears from my tears of a lifetime. So many hours, days upon hours, nights upon time, nights without time. Go for once in your life, you just don't want to be free, because I'm leading you on to just where you're leading me. And you can follow the path, so there's no footsteps to see. I won't be leaving you, child. I'll just keep driving you wild. No, for once in your life, you just don't want to be free, because I'm leading you on to just where you're leading me. And you can follow the path, though there's no footsteps to see. I won't be leaving you, child. I'll just keep driving you wild. Child of my kingdom, see the hand wiping tears from my brain. Catch the drops where minds bleed within you. See the teeth that withdraw their sting from your eye. Your eye. garden with the keys to my kingdom.
Very cool, like very psychedelic, and like it has a little bit of, and I wouldn't say progressive. This is more bluesy. But just by looking at the pictures, I was like, wow, this reminds me a lot of King Diamond, and I'm sure like he did influence people, such as, like, for example, he was the popularity that he would share, I mean, the bands he would share the stages with would be The Who, Jimi Hendrix, the mother of invention, Frank Zappa, because I was like, he also looks like Frank Zappa a little bit. The Doors, Joe Cocker, among others. Now, it says here that the face paint, and he had like a burning helmet on. That's kind of crazy. But the face paint reminded me of King Diamond, but it says here that he inspired later acts like Alice Cooper, Peter Gabriel, George Clinton, Bruce Dickinson. That's kind of weird. I've never seen Bruce Dickinson with face paint. Not that I know of, with Iron Maiden. But there's a lot of, connection with other bands like, Atomic Rooster, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Asia, I think Carl Palmer, that played in this band, for a while. So really, really cool, really different. And yeah, it's like, rhythm, like it was like bluesy, but psychedelic, and a little bit theatrical, really cool. This was from the first album, and I've definitely done another song from this before, but I don't know for who. Don't ask me, because it's been a while. Yeah, this was really cool. All right, let's move it on. Let's move it on with the nice Flower Kings of Flies. Let's see. This is a little bit older, 67. I love that Lee threw a little bit of, old and new in here. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people would consider this prog because it's so early. It's the foundation, before prog even like took off. But yeah, I would call it more psychedelic. It wasn't really like to hallucinate, but it had that, psychedelia going on from the 60s. Really, really cool. All right. Here we go with Flower Kings of the Flies, The Nice. Here we go.
On a cloud by saffron light, the Flower King of Flies, and the children all in white have gathered here tonight. Let the dance of love begin, let the temple maidens sing a song that's sung in time to a gong and bell supply.
Okay, I know what he's doing here. So these are all bands that are pre-ELP, but they're all members of ELP. So this is a progressive English progressive band from the 60s, but Keith Emerson was, you know, of course, the brainchild of this, you know. And really cool idea, you know, to show me some early pre-Emerson, like in Palmer stuff. Very cool. Thank you. Awesome. Now I kind of like, you know, I put one and one together. There's some cool trivia here. Check this out. Yeah, this is obviously they were way ahead, you know, of other bands at the time. So listen to this. This is amazing. The legacy. Now it says now noted in rock history primarily as the band which brought Keith Emerson into the spotlight, the Nice were one of the pioneering progressive rock bands, and their fusion of styles strongly influenced the movement until the 1970s. Their commercial success on Charisma Records was key to establish the label, which went on to include several other progressive acts, including Genesis, Vandergraaf Generator. Genesis were fans of the Nice, and The Knife from their album Trespass was directly inspired by the band. According to Peter Gabriel, Jimi Hendrix was so impressed by the Nice that he asked to join the band. Now, though the Nice were not the first to combine a rock band and an orchestra, they did inspire similar attempts by groups such as Pink Floyd's Atom Heart Mother. That's crazy, man. You know, one band doing all this stuff. The group have often been compared to ELP, but there were important differences between them. Emerson's showmanship was more important in the Nice, and he mostly used just a Hammond organ live, as opposed to the wider range of keyboards and synthesizers on ELP. John Peel, an early champion of the Nice, called ELP a waste of talent and electricity. Ooh, that's rough. I wouldn't say that. I mean, that's to each his own, you know, but very cool history lesson here. Thank you, Lee. And I'm happy that I looked it up, you know. All right. Brain salad surgery. I'm not going to say more. Here we go with ELP Straight to the good stuff. Let's go. Yeah, I have not done this.
Brain solid surgery. It'll murder you, it murdered me. We made it for our enemy. Brain solid surgery. We got a bottle solid brain with the surgeons with a dirty little game. Brain solid certainty. It'll work for you, it works for me. Brain rot, perversity. Brain solid surgery. We got a bottle solid brain with a surgeon with a dirty little game.
A waste of talent. Palm muting, such a nice technique.
Brain solid certainty. It'll work for you, it works for me. Brain rot, perversity. Brain solid surgery. We got a bottle solid brain with a surgeon with a dirty little game.
Yeah, this song I've not heard. I've only did from that album. I did Carn Evil 9, First Impression Part 1, Part 2, and then Carn Evil Second Impression and Third Impression. I did not do this one. This was great. Yeah, whoever said that, I'm sorry, but I don't know. You know, jealousy also goes a long way, unfortunately, you know, between bands, and it's just what it is. This was very, very cool. And I listened to a band since about like 1999 or so, 2001. And they did a song called Mosquito Brain Surgery. And I'm sure this is obviously, you know, inspired by Emerson, Lake and Palmer, because they're very much progressive, super progressive. And they love Rush, and I'm sure they got the title from here. Okay, give me just 1 second, real quickly. All right, I'm back. Yeah, I needed to do something really quickly. So this is the Three Fates. I can't wait. I love this album. We've done some amazing stuff here. I think we did Take a Pebble, Knife Edge, Lucky Man, still one of Alexia's favorite songs of ELP. So I'll make her listen to. I'll make her, maybe if I can sit her down, and if she agrees, we can do this again, Alexia and I. But I'm gonna do it by myself for now. All right, here we go. The amount of arpeggios this man plays, and 60 note like runs, and even faster. Like, what am I talking about? Sometimes it's so fast that it's just like it's a typical, classically trained pianist in a rock band. I mean, this is like when you listen to, the old masters, that's how they played, that's they were masters of their instruments. And this is just another example of, and I mean, he happens to be in a rock band, which was great because it exposes this beautiful music that's out there, now, of course, what I love about Keith Emerson is he mixes it up. It's not just like the classical, format, which has a lot of rules, that you can't break. He breaks them all. And this is what's so fantastic about his style, that he's like, he throws in, these runs, these, diminished runs. And then there's all kinds of like harmonic minor, melodic minor, chromaticism, then he plays another arpeggio here, then he breaks the arpeggio. It's so fantastic, it's to listen to this man just being himself. Like, I don't even think that it's like all premeditated. Like, I think he does do a lot of improvisation. He just has such mastery of the instrument that it sounds like it's all calculated. It's like when you listen to Alan Holdsworth, it's a good example. When I listened to Holdsworth at first, I thought, wow, like he really writes good solo, like there's a lot of good ideas. It's all improvised. And then it takes people years to imitate that improvisation. That's insane, But somebody just pulled out of his sleeve in the moment, and other people are like, oh my God, how was this even done? That's the beauty of a master musician, wonderful. Latin jazz right there. Whoever says no, you have to check out the charts. That last part. That is, yeah, I have to listen to that again with Alexia. That was freaking amazing. But yeah, it does have a touch of, yeah, it's Latin jazz, you know, say what you will. Um, I said that before when I was listening to the the um the other songs on Brain Salad Surgery, and somebody was like, "You're are you insane?" And then somebody, like, I don't know, like so many people agreed with me. Because I mean, you just have to listen to it, honestly, you know. Um, okay, this needs my approval. Yeah. All right. And yeah, this was awesome. Okay, now Steven Wilson, for you guys that don't know Steven Wilson, you've been missing out. He is pretty much the
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
cancel.
There's nothing to cancel.
Holy moly. Like, he literally is like resisting my, like, I don't want to deal with you right now, and he's like, no, you have to deal with me. It's insane. Okay, goodbye. I'll shut you down forever. Yeah, so yeah, Steven Wilson, he's like, you know, he emerged in the 90s, and he was his style in the back in the 90s was progressive, but also very electronic and a little bit more like psychedelic rock, you know, like a little bit, very much inspired by Pink Floyd and, you know, psychedelic rock. And then he kind of like morphed into like prog, and now he's like, he's the one in charge, you know. He has remastered all the Yes albums, all the Jethro Tull albums, King Crimson. Like, everybody wants this person. Everybody wants. He's like, you're like the best on the biz. So yeah, listen to his music, and you're gonna be a fan. So this is from a Steven Wilson Drive Home album 2013. And also his discography is just crazily good with his main band that he's pretty much, you know, the creator of, called Porcupine Tree. But that is, yeah, it's similar, but it's a little bit different. This is just him by himself with company. So let's go with the birthday party. Here we go. Sounds very ELP.
Making music that wow.
strange the dreams and immaculate peace in my hiding place. If I disappear now, would I leave any trace? Did I win the game?
Wow. Wow, this obviously, yeah, I mean, didn't it remind you of ELP? I mean, yes. And this is like, I mean, this is just a little piece of music. And he doesn't play like this always. It's very, very different. But look, I mean, we have Steven Wilson here on vocals, keyboards, guitar, bass. We have Guthrie Govan on the lead guitar. I mean, should I say more? Adam Holtzman, Marco Miniman on drums. He's a legend. I mean, Dream Theater was gonna go for him, and but he and then, I mean, the producer is Steven Wilson and Alan Parsons. I mean, do I have to say more? This guy is just a legend. This guy, in 10, 15 years is gonna be pretty much hailed as like, yeah, the person that kept prog alive, you know. And he's already a legend among like people that listen to prog, you know. Everybody knows Steven Wilson. So if you don't, check him out live in concert, buy his records. There's a lot of good stuff by him alone as Steven Wilson, but also Porcupine Tree. There's some other projects that he has worked on, like No Man and what is it called? Blackfield. So it's just like, the guy is just like a genius. So check him out. You won't regret it. Thank you so much, Lee, for this amazing marathon. Very ELP, you know, of course, two ELP tracks. Steven Wilson being very influenced by ELP. The Nice, we have, you know, Keith Emerson, the brainchild of ELP, and then The Crazy World of Arthur Brown. We have some pre-ELP by Carl Palmer. What a great idea. Thank you so much. I enjoyed it immensely, and I hope we can get together again and do some more. You know, I have so much music to show you that is crazy stuff that unfortunately wouldn't get a lot of views because it's new, and a lot of people unfortunately are afraid to listen to new stuff. Guys, open yourselves up to new music. I always hear like this, oh, it's metal. Oh God, no. You've been listening to metal for 30, 40 years and you don't even know it. Black Sabbath, Deep Purple, Uriah Heep, Led Zeppelin, all this stuff is heavy metal, you know? So it's just, it has a different name, but it's the same music. So get closer to metal. It's going to blow you away. It's very good. And, you know, and I mean, this is considered, for me, this would be, if I type right now, what is Porcupine Tree, what does Steven Wilson play, it would say metal, even though it sounded like ELP. Check it out, like Steven Wilson, and this is called Drive Home, this album. So what's the genre here? Apart from progressive rock, it says progressive rock, heavy metal. Yeah, pretty much. But progressive rock, like, it's more progressive rock than anything else. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much again. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Which of these tracks did you enjoy the most? I mean, everything is amazing here, but let me know if you're, let me know about Steven Wilson. What do you think? Let me know about these songs. I'm so happy I did Brain Salad Surgery. I'm so happy the Three Fates. What a masterpiece of music. And yeah, let me know what you think. thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you like the channel, subscribe. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one.